Hey guys, it's Tarek with Cyclone FPV, and today what I'm going to do is a real quick video on connecting the HGLRC DVR and VTX combo. I've got a customer that's asking some questions about it, especially or specifically more with the buttons and the functions. But I figured since I'm going to pull this out, I might as well go ahead and show you guys the wiring setup as well. So I'm going to give you a couple different angles to look from. Let me see if I can get this set up here, and let's see. Let's try this. There. All right, so what we're working with today, let's throw a band out of here. What we're working with today is this board right here, and I'm going to go ahead and get soldering on it. So again, like with normal things, we're going to need to get our flux pen. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more for you right there. Okay, so we'll get our flux pen here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. And what you're going to see on this board is you're going to see your input, your ground, your output, and then your smart audio, your video in, and your smart audio. Now, for the purpose of doing this, I'm just going to set up the pads for the voltage so I can explain to him how the buttons will work. So I'm going to go ahead and real quickly just put my solder down, but I will go ahead and do the whole board. Okay, now as you can see on the pads here, and actually, let me grab the package this came from because there was some wiring included in that. So let me grab that real quick. Okay, so you will get in your package from us, if you order it from us or HGLRC vendors, obviously you're going to get your antenna, okay, and you're going to get your mounting hardware, and you're going to get some extra wiring. So here's the wiring, and we're going to go ahead and use that. So go ahead and undo the wiring. Let me kind of zoom out here a little bit so we can get a little bit more picture. All right. And the wires we're going to use obviously are going to be, we're going to use our red and our black, and our, obviously we would use the yellow. So I'll wire up all the wires, but I don't intend to hook up anything else to this right now, but I may change my mind here in just a second. All right, so we're going to go start with the voltage in. So we're going to go ahead and put this down. All right, so there's our voltage in power. We're going to go ahead and put our ground. All right, and then this would be our output voltage. I'll put these on just because I may add a camera here just to demonstrate. And obviously I'm not tinning these up, so I mean this is just a temporary wiring, so please don't. I know the wires are sitting kind of exposed, but that's just because we're doing this for demo purpose only. And so this would be your video in, and for that we're going to use our yellow wire. Okay, and then this would be for our smart audio, and you can see it's labeled IRC, so you know it's using the IRC protocol, not TBS protocol. So when you set this up in your beta flight, make sure to select IRC. Now this would go to your like TX6 or what have you on whatever flight controller you're using. All right, so let me see if I can find me a used camera here real quick. It's kind of a dinky little something that's got wiring already on it, and I think I've got one here that I was using for testing anyway. So I will grab this eSheen. This is the eSheen camera. Hopefully this thing works. And I was using it to test this HGLRC VTX. So I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect it from that. Just give me 1 second to remove that. And then I guess by the looks of it, I'm just going to end up taking those wires off of here, and I'll just use a direct connect from the camera. Let me just clean these up a little bit. That's all right. Let me just go ahead and retin these. Need to make them look a little bit better for this one. 1, 2, and then let's do 3. All right, so since we're going to use these to feed our camera, I'm going to remove the ones I just put on the board. All right, so we'll take our video off, and we'll take our ground and our output power or voltage positive. Take those out of the way and set those wires aside. Move my solder. Bring in the camera. and we'll use these instead. So we'll go 5 volt here. All right. Put our ground in. And then we'll bring in our video. Sorry, I was just looking around the rest of the board. Okay, so we have it all wired up now, and we've got our inputs here, which I'm going to attach to a DC, AC to DC converter, and we've got our camera ready. All right, and I'll just grab a cheap pair of goggles here so we can see it. So bear with me a second on that one, and then we will go ahead and give this power and show you what it does. You know what, let me see if I can grab this screen. This screen may be better for this purpose. Let's see what I got here. I don't know what the power source was on this, but we can see if we can make it come on at least. Let me check. Hopefully we can get something. Well, I was hoping. That's not going to happen. So I guess we'll just stick with the goggles that we were going to use. Which are right here. These are just going to be some cheap machines, but they serve a very good purpose for this. So here's the battery. Make sure we have power here, and we do. Battery's getting kind of low, but I think you guys will be able to see, hopefully. Yeah, there you go. All right, so I'll be able to show you that. Okay, so we'll set that aside, and we'll go ahead and start feeding this a little bit of power. So in this case, I'm going to take these leads. Now this, if you look at the manual here, it'll tell you that this board can handle, I believe it's 7 to 24. Let me make sure, 7 to 26. So on the manual here, it says 7 to 26 volts input. So stay within that range. And let's go ahead and just try to get these clipped on here and try to give us a little bit of power without shorting anything out. Okay, so there we go. We've got our antenna, everything's hooked up. Power's on. Let's look at our goggles real quick and see where we're at. Okay, so let me zoom in here so you can see. I could turn this light off, maybe you can see that better. So you can see that it's on and activated, it's on channel. Let me see, it is going to be, okay, I don't want these wires to be moving like this, so let me try to straighten this out. Perhaps, give me a second here. Okay, that should be better. That'll keep them still. All right, now let's look at our camera. It says that we are going to be on A, what is that, A, let me make sure I see that right. So we're going to go to A. I believe that's A8. Okay. And so there is our picture. It is upside down because my camera is sitting upside down, I guess. So I can try to turn that around without causing any damage. All right, and I'll aim it. Sorry, I know I'm moving everything all over the place, but there you go. All right, there's the camera view, which I guess is going to be okay for now, and there you go. All right, so we've got, I'll aim it at my Lego guy on my workbench. Okay, so that's that, right? Now, the problem one of the customers is having is being able to change the channels. So we'll open your manual here and we'll see what it says, because it should be pretty simple. And I'll switch camera angles here at this point. Let's see if we can do it this way. And this should give you a better view. All right, so let's zoom in. Okay, so we've got everything set up. And now what we want to do is, you want to change your channel. So you have your options here, and it's telling you on the manual right here that obviously you've got your microphone, and you've got your recording button, which is what you're going to press to start recording on the DVR underneath, and this is your VTX button, right? So let's see what happens. So if I press the VTX button, I'm going to see that if I hold it down, I can select my channels now. Sorry, let me do that again. Need to change this. A, B, C. Oops. Okay, so A, B, C, or sorry, it just goes A, B, E, F, and then we got our racing channel. So we're going to go to B, okay? We'll let that sit there a second. Okay, and then here's where we've got our we've got our power settings, and we've got our channel that we're going to be on within that range. Okay, so if you look here, you're going to have your it comes with your stuff here, and it's going to tell you right here. So on your TX power, right, and then you've got your sorry, let me just make sure I can explain this the better way for you guys to see it. Oh, I see. I think I just cut my feed. So hold on a second. Okay, so there was a whole bunch of video that I just did, but because I put it on a frequency that interrupted with the Wi-Fi, we lost that signal. So I'm going to kind of kick back in here real quick. All right, so we're looking at the manual right now, right? And if I can zoom in here maybe just a little bit more. I don't know how clear it's going to get, so let me see if I can change that just a little bit. It's not going to be that clear. Okay, so I'm going to switch angles then, so I can read this from here. There we go. Let me read this for you here. Okay, so you have your, it tells you here your bands, okay? And so when you're looking at the screen here, you've got channel A, or frequency A, I guess, band A. And then we're going to go ahead and now change the rest of this, okay? So that's going to be B, F, E, F, and then racing. And we're going to keep it to A, so just keep pressing your button. All right, and then you can hold the button down now. And now you're going to be selecting your channel within that frequency, right? Or your frequency within that channel. So it tells you on your chart here. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be 5725. And then if you go back to 1, you're going to be at 5865. That's right here. Okay, now go ahead and hold that down again. And now we're talking about power. Okay, so on your power, 1, and it tells you right here, okay? So 1 is going to signify 25 milliwatt, okay? 2, okay, now I'm back to frequency because it only goes to 4. So just hold this down. And when you see the fast blinking, that one, that's your power. So 1 is 25, 2 is 100, 3 is 200, and 4 is 500. So right now we're going to select it for 1, that's 25. So if you look at this here, you're going to see. All right, so you've got A, 1, 1. So A1 is going to be 5865, all right? And your power is going to be 25 milliwatt. So that should make sense for you on where you need to be, all right? And so that's it right there. And that should help you kind of get where you need to be on it. And that's going to tell you your band and everything. So I hope that helps, and then it will save it. So if you just let it go, it's telling you right now A1 at 1 power. Now if you want to change the A to B or whatever, you just wait for it to blink and then start pressing it. All right, and you'll get to where you need to be. I'm going to go back to A so we don't cut out the Wi-Fi signal. All right, and then if you want to change the channel, you hold it down a little bit more, and then you'll get to that part. And once you get your channel, if you want to change the power, hold it down again and wait for the fast blinking right there. That's your power. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, and we're going to leave it at 1 for 25 milliwatt. Once you're done, let it go. So we're at A1 and 1. Okay, now to show it's saved, we're going to go ahead and turn this off. Its power's out. Turn it back on. And you see A1 at 1. A1 at 1. The blinking one is your power. The rest of it is your channel frequency. All right, guys, I hope that helps. I don't know if you could even see that blinking, so let me just try to do it like here without the thing. Okay, so I'll turn the light off here. So you'll see it now. It's going to be A1, and then the 1 is going to be blinking. All right, and that's how you power this up. That's it. So if you need it from the different angle, let me move this out of the way. All right, see if this helps you a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, you have A1 and it's 1. So there's the A, there's the 1, and then if it blinks, it's 1. And if you didn't see that before, you're going to go ahead and hold this button down right here, and the A will start blinking. And when it does, keep pressing the button. You can pick your channels here. We're going to go back to A. And then once you've got your channel there that you want, now you want to pick your frequency. Go ahead and hold it down again and keep holding it. And just wait a minute. Okay, and now with that, you can pick your, this is your power here with the blinking, the fast one. All right, and then hold that down again. All right, and now you're picking your channel that you're going to go on. So we're going to stick with 1, okay? And now if you leave it alone, it's going to go back and show you everything it's got. So A, 1, and that blinking one is the power. If you want to increase your power, go ahead and hold this down. And you're going to get here first. See that blinking fast? That's your power. So now you can switch from 25, 1 is 25, 2 is 100, 3 is 200, and 4 is 500. I believe that's right. Yeah, 25, 100, 200, and 400, okay? So now let's check it again because now it's getting hot. So I have a feeling I left it on a very high power. So yeah, 4. So we're going to go back to 1. I want it at 25 watts, okay? Milliwatts. So there you go. Now if you want to change your channel on this, you hold it down and then let go, hold it down again and let go. And now the slower blinking number means you're changing the frequency, okay? And then just hold it again. That's your channel. This is your power when it blinks that fast. And you can just leave it alone right now. And I hope that helps, guys. I don't know if that made much sense to y'all, but that's how you do it. And it does save it. And again, to test it off, when you turn it off and you turn it back on, you're going to see you have A. What channel did I leave it on? What frequency? 8, I believe, at number 1. Okay, now if I want to change it to A1 at number 1, I'm going to go ahead and hold this down. Okay, and I'm going to hold it down again. And and I'm going to go back to 1. All right, so you have a blinking letter, a slower blinking number, and then a rapid blinking number. And again, the rapid blinking number, if I'll show you that. Okay, that's slow A. That's a slow number. Watch the rapid number. See that? That's your power. So that would be up to 500 milliwatts. We'll just keep it there. Let it go when you're done, and you're finished. All right, guys. 1 second. Let me turn this off. Okay. Okay, guys, I hope that helped. I hope that helped you guys. I tried to make it as simple as possible with this one. It's a little different because the screen doesn't pick up the letters and the numbers that well. But again, you're going to have a slow blinking A. You hold your button down, and when the letter starts blinking, that's obviously you can start pressing your button and changing the channel that you're going to be on. And then you can hold it down again. A number that's blinking at that same pace, that's your frequency, so you can go 1 through 8. And then if you hold it down again and you get to that number that's blinking really rapidly at the beginning, that's your power level. And in the book here, it'll tell you that 1 is 25, 2 is 100, 3 is 200, and 4 is 500 milliwatts, okay? So that's how you set it with the button, guys. I hope that helps. Make sure to keep your manual because it'll let you know what channel and frequency you're on as well. If you have any questions, let me know. Pretty simple stuff there. And I'll see you at CycloneFPV.com. See you later, guys. Bye.